doing that. Okay, we're in hour number 5. So let's not delay this because you're going to want to see who we have now. I cannot wait to share who it is that you're going to see in just a moment. So stay tuned.
This is a Tour of Love, an international event, 36 hours streaming live on the E360 TV platform, beaming the vibe of love around the world to audiences of all ages, all nations, with the intention of changing the way cancer is done. This is the CB4L Buddies Network, and we are healing through connections. So get on the bus, get ready, and let's welcome the Tour of Love.
Oh my!
Hello.
We got a bit of a feedback situation, but that's okay. We're going to work through it. We have. Okay, Bailey wants to get up on the camera. I have a feeling it's.
He's barked. Hey, quit! Oh my goodness.
Okay, today this is a very special show, in that. We have, and I believe one more will be joining us, that he's a little delayed. However, we have right now, and Raven, thank you for last hour. That was amazing. And our first ambassador of the chat, Helene, thank you for being here. All right, we have, and Cameron, so nice for you to be here. Love you. Love you. Okay, so it was, can you believe 3 years ago, we were in Vegas. 3 years ago.
Long time. It's been a while.
Seems like a long time ago.
It does. It does. And so let me introduce who we have right now with you, with us, right? We've got 2 of our buddies. And the very first year, we made a big deal about the fact that we would become the very next Jerry Lewis Telethon. All of us believed it. We knew it. There was no doubt in our mind. Small little nonprofit just had started not too far before that. However, it was like, okay, it is so needed. And we are going to do this. And there he is. There's one of our.
See him now?
Yeah, there's Bailey.
You're a mess.
We love our Bailey. And so, Renee, you came. You drove with Brett. Brett is supposed to be here soon. He's getting off work, and so he's doing all he can to get here. You drove from Southern California, and Lisa. You flew, and at the last minute, and it was an amazing situation because I was supposed to meet you at the airport, and the freeway gets shut down.
Yeah,
the freeway gets shut down from Southern California. I got in; they had a huge crash, and there was absolutely. I was stuck on the freeway, couldn't get off, nothing you can do about it. And I'm thinking, I've got to go to the airport. And so we had buddies there in the airport. You were picked up, and everything took place. Now, I'm going to introduce you a little bit more than that. Renee, I'll let you tell the story in a minute, but you are a support buddy. And Lisa, you are one of our patient buddies. You're one of my buddies, aren't you? And you traveled on that airplane at the last minute. And some people are thinking, what in the heck are you thinking? Let's go with that. Why would they say that to you, Lisa?
Because I was currently going through chemotherapy and radiation for a glioblastoma brain tumor. Yeah.
Yeah. And the type of brain tumor that you were diagnosed with is the same kind of, so someone else out there had that one that A lot of people were talking about it at that time, weren't they?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But I had entered a study from Duke University that you could get the polio vaccine. And it actually helped mine a lot because it shrunk it. It's not all the way gone, but it shrunk it after I had my surgery. It shrunk it a lot. So it's kind of just sitting there. But it really did help. It really did help mine a lot.
And you were diagnosed with what stage?
I was diagnosed with stage 4.
Stage 4.
So literally, I should not be sitting here today.
And we're not going to say that. Free from that.
Yeah.
We're not going to say that because we believe in miracles, don't we?
Yeah. And I know it's a miracle that I'm here today. Like, I know that I am a miracle.
You are.
Yeah.
That's right. You are. And you know what? And I want to say thank you for your bravery too, because you, through all of this, have come on camera with me. You traveled to Vegas. You were my roommate, which I felt so bad for that because it was right after 24 hours and I'm like kind of out of it. and yet we did find the best ice cream on that strip.
Yes, we did. That was the best ice cream. That came across my face. That is so weird because yesterday and today came across my Facebook memories from 3 years ago. The ice cream place, because I said, Keith, we found that ice cream place. So
yes,
yeah,
that was our big deal.
Yeah.
And you traveled, and some people were saying, what are you thinking about getting in an airplane? What are you thinking? You're going through this treatment. What are you thinking? You're stage 4. And you were like, I'm going.
Yeah,
I have an opportunity and I'm going.
Yeah. I mean, you know, you can't really just live that your life is over just because you got a diagnosis. I mean, there was times that I really thought about, I can't do this, but you just have to have the mindset that it'll be better. And you can't just, without Sammy helping me, you just think you're going to die, but you have to just turn those thoughts away and just be grateful for what you have. And yeah, it hurt to fly, but what I gained from being there and what I did and what I've done since then outmeasures that little bit of pain that I had at that time. So it was all worth it to me.
It was so wonderful to meet you and face to face. So we had gotten to know each other, and it always seemed to be in the middle of the night during that time that we would be kind of like chatting back and forth, right?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. And so thank you for sharing that. And Renee, I met you locally, right? Let's tell that story. You always tell it so well.
Well, you were speaking at an event. Our friend David Fagan was having an event in LA, which I was invited to, and obviously you were too. And you were speaking on stage, and it was about cancer. And my dad had just been diagnosed with lung cancer, never having smoked a day in his life. And I knew I was meant to be there. I didn't even know you. I knew nothing about you or what your platform was. But when you got up there, I could not wait to speak with you. So much so that as soon as you left that stage, we were scheduled for a lunch break and my table was going to lunch. I said, I'll meet you there. I took a beeline over to you, to the other side of the room, as fast as my legs could go. And I kind of cornered you.
She literally cornered me. I couldn't get out one way. There was only one way to get out. And she's standing right there. Like, I need to talk to you now.
Yeah. I because I knew there was a reason. As much as I love David, there was more of a reason that I went there than to just go to an event. It was you speaking at that event. And again, I just feel a blessing to have met you. And that day we connected. We did go to lunch together. We met up at the table I was sitting at. And I stayed with you like the whole lunch hour. And afterwards, we continued our beginning of our own journey together as really good friends. You are a very, very dear friend of mine. And I hold that very sacredly. it's a blessing to have you in my life, Tamara. It really is.
Well, it's equally one, and I'm grateful that you both are here. And I don't know how this is working, but it seems like I just go poof, and then like a clip shows up. So, guys, if you guys have one of those clips, poof, I'm trying to find the magic little poof. In fact, I do have. Okay, I do have props. Poof. Does this work? Tinker, tots, whatever it may be. All right, I'm going to work on loading something myself then, because, but I am looking for, if you guys have any of the film from that first year that you guys were queuing up, I would love to see that, because, pardon?
Oh, there it is.
Oh, here. And if you guys want to take turns and then maybe have some discussion, and I'm going to run out for a second. I will be back. And then if anybody comes in and wants to visit with them, if you guys want to interact with them too, that would be awesome. Okay? Okay. I'll be back.
Well, if I may start, because I have a perfect story before Tamara, you walk away. The thing that attracted me to Chemo Buddies was Tamara Hunter. It was the who and the what. I heard her speak at an event in Los Angeles, and as she spoke, it really resonated with me, because my dad is going through chemotherapy. And when I saw her speak, I literally just about tackled her. We had told the story a few times after she spoke, right before the lunch break. I made a beeline over to her, and I was like, I need to speak with you. So she was all about the Chemo Buddies. It was like the beginning of it, and it was something that was very passionate to her. And then it, as I said, resonated with me because of what my family is going through, as I'm having my father, being a cancer survivor still, and going through that. It's just a tough time, and I know that she really understands what it's about. And Chemo Buddies is such a positive organization that really stands behind nobody going through cancer alone, and nobody should have to. This life is not made for one person. It's made to have, multiple friends and to grow your friendships, and to have people in your life, and not to go through life alone. And especially when you're ill, to have a buddy, to have somebody there who supports you and loves you through everything, the good, the bad, the ugly, to have somebody there who just loves you unconditionally no matter what. And that's what attracted me to Tamara and to Chemo Buddies. How about you, Brett?
I first came across Chemo Buddies. I was working I am working at a radio station. I was doing an event for a cancer walk, and Tamara's old chemo buddy, the one that she actually went through chemotherapy with, she was talking to one of my coworkers, and Tamara was kind of staying off to the side. So I went and I approached Tamara and started talking to her, and she had explained to me what Chemo Buddies was. And that's when I had told her that when I was 14, I was diagnosed with cancer. So she asked me if I would like to come together with her and create a video for Chemo Buddies. And ever since then, I've been volunteering with her. So, yeah. And I guess what's attracted me to stay is the fact that I was at one point going through treatment. And I know that when I was going through treatment, I would have given anything to have people to talk to that understood exactly what I was going through. And I feel like when you're going through treatment, everybody around you is there supporting you, but at the same time, you feel like you're alone because they don't understand exactly what you're going through and how you're feeling. So you feel like even though everybody's there, you feel like you're going through it alone. And I feel like that's what makes this so great, is that there are people that are going through exactly what you're going through, and they know exactly what you're going through at that moment. So, but also on the other hand, it's there for the supporters as well. So that way, the supporters who are also going through a great amount of struggling at that moment, they also can get that support. So that's what's kind of drawn me to it.
You know what? I'm going to tag on something you just said that's a really big thing, because we think about the patients, which is the biggest thing, is you. The Chemo Buddies is the patients. But you're right, it's also the caregivers, the support system. And to know that they're not alone being caregivers for the patient going through chemo. So you're right, it's a like a reciprocal thing that everybody, gets the love and the support. Because I know my mom needs support too, taking care of my dad. So I'm blessed that I'm able to go down and support her as she supports him, and that I can support both and my brothers, and it's the whole system. So you touch on something really, it's a big thing, and it's really a big part of it is having a whole system.
It's a great system.
It's a great system. And Lisa, what about you?
I came across Chemo Buddies from doing just an engine search on the computer, and I, in fact, had contacted Tamara that way. It was late at night, like around midnight, is how I contacted her, and I found it very beneficial that the fact that I was just on the computer looking, and that she popped in on my chat at the same time, and I find it very beneficial because she also had gone through chemotherapy at a previous time versus my current time, and that she could understand the process that I was going through currently. And she was able to give me support where I needed it at that time.
That's great. So how would you, you flew in here, right? You were flown in.
Mm-hmm.
And, being here in Las Vegas, how do you feel being part of this? It's one thing when you're on the computer and you're on late at night and you're doing your searches, but how does it feel to actually physically be here in Las Vegas and be part of this whole event?
It's been a real eye-opener, and it's been a rewarding experience. And I think that it's something that can really work and will work for future chemo people. It gives them a step above and a helping hand that had not been maybe available to them in the past, but it is something that will be available to them in the future.
That's great. And even now, and that's why having your support, everybody out there watching, is such a big part of it. It's an integral part of this being sustained and growing by leaps and bounds, because this is global. And, as I've heard Tamara say so many times, and it's so true, cancer knows no boundaries, no race, color, creed, anything. It doesn't, it doesn't discriminate. It's everybody and anybody can get it and be touched by it. And, many people have been, whether you have it yourself or know somebody who's gone through it.
Wow, what does that feel like to see 3 years ago? What was your thought?
Lisa, why don't you go first?
I think personally I've come a long way since 3 years ago. I always wondered what happened to that video that we made, with the production company. Do you ever know what happened with that?
I do know that for the longest time it was held up in some kind of a dispute, and I'm told I'm still going to get it at some point. So there was a dispute from the people that were doing it, because that was really cool. It was a wonderful opportunity. And for anybody that doesn't know, there was a show that was taking place at the time, and they were doing segments, and we were invited to be on one of the segments. However, they lost their funding and some things happened. And so, those things happen. But from what I understand, that the film is still somewhere, and that at some point the intention is that we will still end up with it. So, I never give up on anything.
Yeah.
People,
I just think Chemo Buddies, it's come a long way since 3 years ago. It has come a long ways since 3 years ago.
Absolutely. Well, since that took place, my dad has passed.
Yeah.
But the thing is, I know that, he's still with me and with my family, and he got to pass the way he wanted, at home with his family around him. It's, cancer does know no boundaries. It's what I said before. That's not going to change. It touches anybody, doesn't matter how much money you have, doesn't matter what race, color, creed you are. It doesn't discriminate in any way, shape, or form. That holds true with this illness.
Yeah.
It's something that the thing that also holds true, which I am going to reiterate, which I said 3 years ago, is it's a blessing to have somebody with you. And that is what attracted me to Chemo Buddies. That's what it's about. It's having somebody by your side through the pain of this, through the chemo itself, the radiation, just knowing that you're not alone. Going through life alone is hard enough. Going through life when you have an illness that you don't know what is happening, what's coming up next, you don't know, but you have somebody there who loves you unconditionally, that you do know, and that you can count on. And Chemo Buddies is exactly what that represents. And that was the biggest thing that attracted me to this whole organization. It's a blessing to have people who truly care about you. And that's what this is about. And that's why I'm proud to be an ambassador. Even before you had the ambassador program, I'm like, I don't care what you do for the camera, but I'm going to be there. And every year I have been there for you because I know that this is what it's about. I will always be there for you, Tamara. This is very close to my heart, and it touches a lot of people. And if we have a way to support people who are going through things like this, then why not? Why not step it up and form this organization and surround them with the best 4-letter word I've ever heard of in the English language, and that's love. So to have this called the Tour of Love, and that's the most powerful drug I've ever had. And it's something that really, really pulls people through when they feel there is no hope. That gift of love and that gift of healing.
Yeah.
Connections is something that people can hold on to when they don't know what's happening next. They do know they can count on this. And
that's true.
I have to ask a fun question.
Sure.
So, Lisa, what'd you think of that hairband that you were wearing? It was, I loved it. And
oh yeah, I forgot about those hairbands. I still have it. It sits over here. I forgot about those hairbands, but yeah, I still like those because everybody that donated got one. Wasn't that correct?
Yeah. And in fact, they gave us so many of them that we actually do still have some of them. And so what I want to do right now, so I do want to switch gears just a bit, kind of going with that thought. And think of this, guys. There have been so many times when you go to the bank, you go to a party, you go to a Christmas or a holiday get together, and they have those trees. They have those trees, and on those trees they have, like, I know I've got some around here somewhere. I got crayons. Okay, I'm pulling from my magic tricks here. But okay, and they have those cards, right? And on those cards, they have like a word. And on it, Christmas tree. And then it might be a secret holiday surprise kind of thing that someone's written down. And, they have a holiday wish. We have the ability through our organization to make some of our buddies' wishes come true. We have so many buddies that it's not cheap to stay alive. Let's just be real. You've got medication, time off work. You're not feeling like working. Maybe you can't work. Sometimes we have had buddies that have had to make tough choices like, well, do I stay alive and pay for my medication right now and lose my house and maybe stay in my car? Because that's a temporary situation. And we're a small nonprofit, and there are many big ones that maybe can help with some of these things. But we are a nonprofit that, as you can see right now, we know our people. We know our community. We know where they are and what their situation is. And we're going into the holidays. And I'd like to start having those holiday trees with holiday surprises on them and be able to have a certain fund that we can say, all right, we received so much from the Give-a-thon, from the Tour of Love, and this is what we've got now. Let's get the Secret Santa wishes from our buddies, and we can do something. Who wants to help? Who wants to make these wishes come true? Please, 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 on your donations, donate to cb4l.org. Go there right now. Get your phone, get you on your computer, whatever you're doing, and share the love. And when you put in the donation, put in their comment, holiday tree. Holiday tree. I want to see a lot of holiday tree donations coming in so that we right now, as you are seeing, we have an amazing volunteer, if you will, workforce, volunteer force. And we get a lot done. And we want to make many of our buddies' wishes come true. Lisa, what would that mean for someone going through cancer?
I think it would lift their spirits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Renee, what do you think?
I think it definitely will lift their spirits because it gives you more of the norm. We're not going through anything that's normal right now in our society with the pandemic going on. I think that when you give gifts that come from the heart, it makes a difference in somebody's life. People don't think that one person can make a difference, but let me tell you, they can and they do. So one gift can change a life. One gift can inspire and give that lift to their day and to their week and to something in their life that when things aren't going so well and they have someone who's reaching out to them with a gift that they didn't expect, that says a lot because it's a gift of love. It's coming from their heart. And again, I go back to that word because it's powerful. And people just really need to know that they make a difference. Donations make a difference. You can know that you can, when you put your head down at night, that's something you did to help somebody else. I always believe in giving a hand up rather than a hand out. That gift will do exactly that. It's not a handout. It is a hand up in someone else's life.
I love it. I love it. I love it. And Victor is here. So I see that Aaron is our segment director right now. If you guys want to give Victor the code to get in, let's have some fun. He's a lot of fun. I'm always here if you need to talk. Just PM me. I love it. I love it. I love it. I'm home now and on a computer. Awesome. And this community does make a difference. And a gift of love, a holiday gift, a donation, a gift of love, donation can make a huge difference for someone that, let's just face it. We are seeing miracles. We are seeing amazing results. And who would have thought 20, 30, 40 years ago, even 10 years ago, and may I say even 5 years ago, that some of the people that have gained their wings, that maybe they would have still been here. We can't do the maybe can, would have, could have, should have. However, but what we can do is right now in the honor of someone. And we're going into the evening hours. And it was 5 years ago, going into the evening hours, that my mom was in this very room. I had just gone to run an errand. I hadn't ran any errands since she had come home to be in hospice, and I had to fight to get her to be here. She had superbugs, and I was going through my cancer treatment. And my daughter, who was also is a cancer survivor, we didn't know she was reoccurring. She was going through testing. My mom had 4 superbugs. And it was a fight to get her to be here, but we fought. And I had not ran any errands, and I needed to run an errand. So I went to go run an errand, bawled and everything, came back. And right outside this area where I'm at, there's a little yard. I'm in Southern California area, and this is a casita. Anybody that knows this stuff. The window was open. Holiday lights were on in the house, and I had decorated this room because the holiday season was my mom's favorite. And I'm out there, and she was 69 pounds, and she was in a hospital bed, and she's trying to put her foot or her leg over the rail. She's like, Tam. She's like, Tam, I'm going somewhere. We're going on a trip. And I'm like, you going somewhere, Mom? Going on a trip? She's like, yeah, road trip. We're going on a road trip. I'm like, okay, where are we going? First she said Vegas, 5 years ago, interesting. And then she said, no, we're going to Phoenix. I'm like, Phoenix? That's an interesting choice, Mom. Okay, we're going to Phoenix. She's like, yeah, so let's go. She's trying to put her leg over. That was about 5 years ago at this very moment in time, around this time in the day. And within a few more hours, she gained her wings. 5 years ago in this very room. And I was like, I had been trying to let her go because I knew that it was her time. It was time. It was time. She was in so much pain. Multiple myeloma, bone marrow cancer. And 69 pounds. And so she gained her wings, and my daughter, who was her best friend, I said, so what happened? Because there was a difference when I came back from the errand. And I kept telling her, it's okay. We'll be okay. We love you. We'll miss you. But it's okay. You can go. Well, she wasn't having it from me. I don't know what it was. It was like, okay, chopped liver or something. No. It was. So afterwards, my daughter said, when you were gone, Mom, I talked with Grandma, and I told her that I was letting her go. And it was shortly thereafter that she was ready to take her road trip. She was ready to go take her trip. She's all excited about it. And then within a few hours, she gained her wings. And so when I started this, my daughter, who's here, best friends, she asked me, she goes, are you doing this because it's 5 years ago today that Grandma she gained her wings? I said, no. It's because it's 3 years ago, and it's 36 hours, and we start in the middle of Cyber Monday, and we go into Giving Tuesday. And when I looked at the dates a while ago, I realized, okay, it's going to be, we're starting this 5 years to the day, and because of COVID, I am still here. I didn't think I was going to be here any longer. And it was interesting that I was to be here 5 years later. And I bring that story up because to me, it's a story of hope. It is such a story of hope because 34 years before she was diagnosed with a terminal kidney disease and told that she had 6 months to live, she lived for 34 years more. So you see, the miracle had happened. The miracle I had witnessed, and the miracle was her life. And it was a life dedicated to service. And so when it was time for her to go, it was time. And she was good with it. And the miracle of that 34 years, and then it being today, 5 years later, and with her spirit and her fiery red personality, like, let's do this. We are on top of this. We are going to make this thing rock and roll. And it is so needed. It was just a confirmation, you guys, to me.
Yeah.
There's a bigger plan, Tamara, that we don't even know about. We're like these puppets down here going through these motions of what we believe we should be doing. But there's a guiding light that drives us, that we move towards every day.
Exactly.
And I know that your mom is still with you and giving you this strength and courage to do what you're doing, because it does take courage. And
Exactly.
it is with, humor, hope, and heart, like you've always said. There's, you don't think about humor when you're dealing with something like cancer, but Tamara, you've shown me through your own resilience and in dealing with different things that you do need to have that humor with life, because, and my best friend taught me that too, to not take everything so seriously, even when things are serious, to lighten up more than we do, because we get so involved with everything. But again, I'm going to go back to that word love, and having people in your life to support you, to support those trials and tribulations that you go through. Because when you have people by your side, I'm going to say something. My mom has said this, and she's still with us, thank God. I just saw her over Thanksgiving. We spent time together, which is a gift. She always said, a shared sorrow is a half a sorrow. A shared joy is a double joy. And I truly believe that is so. It is not burdening somebody with a problem. It is sharing something to lighten your heart and lift your soul.
I love that.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of humor, you guys ready for a dose of some humor? I'll tell you, I am. So, okay, so let's go with
Indara.
Edith, darling.
Wow.
How are you?
Oh, fabulous, dear. How's Malibu?
Absolutely balmy.
Yeah.
How's the weather there in New Jersey?
Oh, it's absolutely swami.
What?
Hey, Indora, did I tell you? I sold my vacuum the other day.
Really?
I did. All it was doing was collecting dust.
Oh, gosh. Oh, I have a question for you, Edith, darling.
Yes, dear.
If you're an American in the living room, are you in the bathroom?
European!
Oh, and we have Victor with us, Victor Orlando. So happy that you are here. Thank you for supporting us. Thank you for adding your amazing talent to our opening number. And in fact, if you don't mind, guys, I'd like to play that ever so quickly. And then we're going to go into talking with Victor and Erin, who is our Erin. She is our segment director. Erin, do you mind queuing up? Victor has also another video that I did want to share, and it is from his newest venture. And what is the name of it, Victor?
The Passage.
The Passage. So if you don't mind queuing that up afterwards, and we'll share that one too. Okay, here we go. Okay, you know, Erin, The passage, if you go to, actually, you're going to have to go to Victor's YouTube site. And it is Victor Orlando 1, right?
Right.
I got it? Yep. Yay! I got it. Okay, Victor Orlando 1, and it's right there. So if you don't mind doing that, that would be wonderful. So Victor, what was that like to be a part of this little online
That
experience?
was amazing. I mean, you know, the music, the people being happy, spreading happiness all over. That was amazing, and I was just happy to be a part of that.
And I want to thank you for that. We got a little bit of feedback issue, but do you have earbuds by chance?
Yeah, but they don't only work on my phone. They don't work on the computer. And I'm not techie.
Yeah, mine didn't either.
I'm not techie. Can you hear me though?
We can hear you. We can just hear me when I'm talking, but you know what? No worries. We are going to get through this, guys. And thank you.
Okay.
Okay, we're going to take this.
No. Wrong one.
We
go to the you got to go to the YouTube one that has the graphics on it. That's just the song.
Yeah, the graphics, they're cool too.
Yeah, you saw that?
Oh yeah. So
that was just the song.
And your project, because you're all about sharing love.
Yes, that's the only way we can get around every day. That's all we have.
And I want to know about your dancers. The three guys that are dancing in that. Who are they?
Haven't the slightest idea.
Oh, okay.
I just these are stock footage of these guys, and the graphics are stock footage, but it goes with the video for what we're doing.
Oh, it's like I thought. Oh my goodness, how did you get that so good?
I know it. We found the perfect match. You know.
Wait till you guys see this, because when I was watching those graphics, I'm like, okay, he's telling me he's not techie. Wait a minute, he's holding out on us.
No, we put a lot of work into that video, and that's not the official video. We have to do an official. That's the making of that video. How we did back behind the scenes, backstage, behind the scenes things on making that up. But the official video we're getting actually ready to shoot real soon.
And you got some major talent involved. Why don't you tell us a little bit about that?
Well, this is an African spiritual tribal song. Has a lot of spirit in it, and the spirit led me to write it, create it, and then I said, well, what's the best way to get this thing done authentic? I called up my friend who was from Cameroon, Africa, to play bass on it. He plays with the Josh Groban band, and that's the one. He plays with the Josh Groban band, and he's in Florida, and he laid the tracks on this, and it came out perfect. So there it is. It's called The Passage.
Okay, we're going to go down and we're going to watch it, guys.
Here we go. Take a trip with us.
like to praise. We like to praise. Oh, we like to worship. This is our worship. Oh, here we will praise. And the Lord shall us His righteous way as we do our best to these days. On our path, we must stay. As we run, show us the Lord shall His righteous way as we do our best to these days. On our path, we must stay. As we roll our journey, we will praise. Let the Lord show us His righteous way. As we on our pathway, we must stay. We will praise. We must God show us His We like to sing, we like to sing, we like to pray, we like to pray, we like to worship. Oh, this is our classic. We like to sing, we like to sing, we like to pray, we like to worship. This is our worship. So we like to sing, we like to pray, we like to worship. Lord, this is our classic.
Okay, here we go. That
Whoa.
I love it. What
You
do
like
guys-
that?
Oh,
I did too.
yeah. No, it's you know, my whole thought is this. You can feel it in the bones. You feel it, you know, and it makes you want to get up and sing. It makes you want to get up and feel that, if you will, back to the frequency of love. And I'm loving it. And we have so many people that are loving it too. And I mean, you know, on and on and on and on. We've got Julie Christopher here. Mikey Adam Cohen is here. Love this video. Sound is perfect. And love this, they're saying. And, you know, you and jamming to this. Yes. And that, you know, Raven and
appreciate it.
So how can people follow you?
Mhm.
Because I mean, I quite honestly, to be honest with you, can I just say thank you so much from the bottom of my heart? Because I know who you are. I know who you are, and I have enjoyed watching you. I love percussionists. I love people that can do a lot of different things, and you have style the way that you do it, and you just show up and you can tell like when you get that ponytail going, or you do your thing with the whatever it may be, you got it, and you have. I've been around for a few days, my friend, wink wink, and so I've been there the first time around on some of those tours that you've been out on, and probably been to some of those places where you've been on the stage. And for you to be here with us, sharing the love, because I reached out to you feeling just inspired to. And I want everybody to share the love back with you, because you've shared it in abundance with us. So how can we share the love with you?
Appreciate it. No, I do this a lot. I've been listening to a couple of hours of this as I was driving home from the dentist. But, and it's not far from who I am. I support another I see you guys are doing the chemo thing with the cancer thing per se. Just had a prostate situation for me. I didn't want to get to that point where the prostate would have turned into cancer. So they did take the two things out, and I'm cool for now. Caught it early. But I have been also on the bandwagon of dealing with another organization, autism.
Yeah.
I have 2 autistic sons. So I've been a part of the Walk Now for Autism Foundation, along with helping out all sorts of different hope for hands, whatever I can lend. Because what I just gave you guys is what God gave me, not to hold it, but to give it to somebody. So you can do whatever you need with it and make it be a flower to blossom in somebody's life. That's what I did it for.
Thank you. So how can we support you? How can people follow you? I know Victor Orlando 1
It's
on
my
your
YouTube channel. Now, if I need 1,000 followers, subscribers, so that I can start, so that it doesn't come out of your pockets. ASCAP, the music company, will start paying me for people watching and listening to my videos. So go to YouTube and subscribe to Victor Orlando 1. That's the first thing. And it's free. Just sign up, and I have the video. You can watch the videos, and the watching of the videos adds up to hours. But the best way to follow me is just get behind me when I walk to the kitchen. Just try to go in the kitchen with me.
I love it.
Anyhow, and I have a website. The website is where you can buy the song, $2. You can buy T-shirts, or actually I have COVID masks with Punjala for the band, and I have a Grammy-nominated CD, which is songs that were nominated for 9 Grammy nominations. And I'm putting that out there, which is all good music: funk, jazz, Latin, Middle Eastern, African. I cover the spectrum of trying to spread love to all venues, all sorts of genres of music.
Awesome. And what is your website?
Victor Orlando Show, SHOW.com.
Okay, VictorOrlandoShow.com. And we've got to go, guys. Thank you. Thank you all.
Thank you. Thank you so much, guys.
Thank you for coming back. And my buddies, thank you for being here with us today. Next year, we got a date. We got a date next year. Okay.
Thank you, Tamara.
Okay. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Thank you.